This 1935 nickel was pulled from change, then sold for $6,600. In this video, we are going over 1935 Buffalo nickels that sold online for a lot of money. Now, every single coin in this video is 100% genuine, and they were all sold online. Let's just go ahead and hop right into this video, starting off with this Denver-issued 1935 Buffalo nickel. Now, the way to tell if you have a Buffalo nickel from Denver is by looking at the back bottom center of the coin. That is where you're going to see the mint mark. Essentially, the mint mark just shows where the coin was produced. Now, this coin was graded by PCGS at a mint state 65, which is 5 points away from the perfect grade of 70, and this little 5-cent coin sold for $192. Now, this next coin sold for $1,740. It's a PCGS graded mint state 66 Denver issued coin, and it has a CAC sticker. So after you get your coin graded, you can send your coin to a company called CAC. There, they're going to evaluate the coin in the holder and see if it matches up with the grade. Essentially, they grade the grade, and that little CAC sticker is going to increase the value of the coin quite a bit, but the main factor on this coin is simply going to be the grade. Like I said, this one's a 66, the previous one was a 65, so even 1 point difference can mean a lot of money for you. Once again, $1,740, $4,440 for this mint state 67 1935 Denver issued Buffalo nickel. Again, guys, every point matters. This one got a 67, the previous two 66 and 65, so it is 1 point higher than the previous coin, and that is why it sold for so much money, guys. So if you have a coin like this, you want to keep it very safe, don't damage it, handle it with care, because you don't want to be accidentally lowering the value of your coin by damaging it and getting the grade difference. Once again, this PC just graded mint state 67 coin sold for $4,440. All right, now here is something you don't want to miss. This is what we call a repunched mint mark. So looking at the mint mark area, you can see this coin has a repunched mint mark, which means essentially the mint mark got repunched at some point during the minting process. This happens for multiple types of reasons, but all you need to know is that this is what it looks like when the coin is repunched. This one was graded by PCGS at an AU 55, which means about uncirculated, and it sold for $228. All right, this next coin right here sold for $840. Once again, it is a D over D repunched mint mark coin, 1935. Metal composition of this coin is 75% copper and 25% nickel, weighing in at 5 grams. This one was graded higher than the previous coin. This one's a mint state 62, 70 being the highest grade. It sold for $840. All right, nice looking coin here. If you guys didn't know, the Buffalo nickel is actually one of my favorite types of coins. They're just beautiful design front and back, and shows a lot about the US history of our country. Mint state 65 is what it graded, and it sold for not that much. I'm going to tell you that in a second, but you may be asking yourself, why does this coin have no mint mark whatsoever? That is because this is a Philadelphia issued coin. Now, Philadelphia does not typically have a mint mark anywhere on the coin, and if it does, sometimes it would say a P for the Philadelphia Mint. But you have to understand, Philadelphia issued a lot of these coins, and getting them in a relatively high grade is not that challenging. This one got a 65, and it sold for $89. But this next coin got graded by NGC at a mint state 66 plus. NGC graded it, and it's a 1935 5-cent Buffalo nickel. And the plus sign after the grade does matter. It's a nice coin, and the grader decided to give it a plus designation. This one sold for $149. $2,640 for this 1935 Philadelphia issued 5-cent Buffalo nickel. PCGS graded at a mint state 67 plus. Very high grade for this coin. I mean, you can just see the overall luster of this coin is beautiful. Spotless looking coin, extremely highly graded for a 1935, and it makes sense for it to sell for $2,640. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're moving into the San Francisco issued coins. Now, typically San Francisco will issue less coins than Philadelphia and Denver. This one got graded by PCGS at a mint state 65, and it sold for $159. Now, this next coin got graded by PCGS at a mint state 66 plus. It sold for $408, and here we have it. PCGS graded mint state 67 plus. This coin sold for $6,600. This is a phenomenally high graded coin for this specific year. Do understand that the grade is simply a factor of value when it comes to these coins. Every single point does matter. It's also very important to understand that a company like PCGS and NGC are going to bring the most value for your coin if you get it graded. Please, most of the time it is not worth getting your coin graded due to all of the factors that we've talked about in this video. The amount of time it takes, the money spent on grading. Guys, you have to be very careful out there. There are some bad actors, so please do your own homework, do your own research when trying to buy or sell coins. Be very careful. We hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, and we will see you in the next one.